Greetings, geeklets. It's Bex Fruit here with what's fresh in moving pictures and television. Who wants to play Doctor? Apparently 1.7 million of us. The 6th season of The Neverending Story, aka Doctor Who, dropped a huge TARDIS on the ratings, and it was actually the biggest premiere ever for BBC America. And honestly, you had me at Matt Smith and a Stetson. I, for one, will let the cheeky doctor colonize my boob tube whenever he wants. Crazy scientist, like, mullet bouffant thing. Even if the series can't die, apparently the doctor can. Within the first frigging 5 minutes, you have some bizarro John Glenn come in and pop a cap in Doctor Who's ass. Houston, we have a problem. I guess everything turned out okay because then a past version of Sir Who's-a-Lot popped out of the loo, though the future version of him had just turned into like a floating Katy Perry firework funeral pyre. I'd be down with one of those big-headed alien dudes showing up after one of my Saturday night shame spirals. In conclusion, TARDIS Blue, so in this season. So Jeremy Renner's like badass stock has been like shooting through the roof. He is taking over the role of Jason Bourne from Matt Damon. He's also going to be in Joss Whedon's Avengers as Hawkeye. He's going to have to go from like Oscar-nominated adrenaline junkie jarhead to like dudes with serious nunchuck skills. This is the first time that we've had some comic book films actually set in the past. Most excited about X-Men First Class, which is going to be the groovy 60s take on the X-Men franchise. Matthew Vaughn is directing, who's been kicking ass, making stardust, and layering cakes. The return of the Mac, baby. James McAvoy is going to be playing Professor X, which I'm so stoked about because I love him. Kevin Bacon will be bringing 6 Degrees of Sebastian Shaw to the silver screen. The super porn power of Emma Frost, embodied by January Jones. So June 3rd is when it's supposed to land in theaters, and it's going to be this awesome bromance gone bad, where we get to see Professor X and Magneto, like, back in the day, dealing with the Cuban Missile Crisis. It's going to be like going back to AP US history, but with more mutants in the classroom. Natalie Portman is officially the Hermione Granger of acting. She's in everything. Starting with Black Swan, then No Strings Attached, Her Highness, Thor's coming up, then Hesher. I mean, I literally cannot watch a fucking trailer without seeing her. Bitch is ubiquitous. We are balls deep in Game of Thrones, 2 episodes in. HBO's huge adaptation of George R.R. Martin's soaring septet of fantastical for fashion. It's like West Wing and Rome and Lord of the Rings had a menage a TV. Everyone in Winterfell must have seasonal mood disorder. Kind of like living in New York. It's like, whatever, it's not that big a deal. Unsurprisingly, Peter Dinklage as Tyrion is totally awesome sauce, completely rad. He has to use his prodigious wit to dwarf all the doom. How many Starks do I have to screw to get a direwolf? I want one real bad. Game of Thrones has already been renewed for a 2nd season, which means winter will keep on coming, just like everyone in the lusty land of Westeros. Whatever happens in King's Landing stays in King's Landing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know. Thor drops the hammer in 2 weeks. Are you ready? I'm ready for Chris Hemsworth to drop his hammer anywhere near me. He's this down-under dude playing the, like, Colossus of Clouds who drops out of the sky like a meteor of man-meat. Kenneth Branagh is directing, so I hope this film isn't much ado about nothing. I know. I just made a Shakespeare joke. That just happened. Now we get to talk about my favorite thing ever, Hunger Games casting. Here's a quick update. Obviously, we already knew Jennifer Lawrence is going to be playing badass, bow-wielding Katniss. Josh Hutcherson from Kids Are All Right and Liam Hemsworth, brother of Thor, are going to be playing Peeta and Gale. Gale needs to be, like, darker and moodier and not Miley Cyrus's ex. Peeta is supposed to be this, like, shining edifice of goodness, and I just don't feel that aura emanating from Josh. Prim is an unknown by the name of Willow Shields. Willow! Not the Whip My Hair version. Elizabeth Banks is going to be playing Effie Trinket. She's pretty super sauce. This isn't the fucking Catalina wine mixer, this is the Hunger Games. And I do love John C. Reilly, and I think he can totally pull off the, like, drunken, slovenly, hot mess side of Hey Mitch. Is it believable that John C. Reilly won a Hunger Games? Collective geekasm this week with news that Joss Whedon's Avengers started filming. Holy balls, y'all. There is an insane superhero circle jerk going on in New Mexico right now. And if you want to take it to a comically hot place, Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow is probably in on it. Sorry, Green Lantern. Eek.